and tweet. Ha! Welcome to the jungle stream. It's the greatest ape on screen. If you're lurking, if you're loud, you're already in the troop right now. Welcome to the jungle stream. Spam the trees, break the seams. Hit that vine, swing with me. This is where the wild ones meet. Stream starting soon, don't leave. Grab snacks, then take your seat. The greatest steak, that's me. When I go live, we all go beast. Yeah. Chat, you ready? Vines in the overlay, drums in the air tonight. Bananas on the username, crown sitting just right. Clicking, we climbing up. Left track in my cup. One branch, two branch, we don't ever log off. Welcome to the jungle stream. It's the greatest ape on screen. If you're lurking, if you're loud, you're already in the troop right now. Welcome to the jungle stream. Spam the trees, break the seams. Hit that vine, swing with me. This is where the wild ones meet. Ray train, beat bang, chat jump, same game. Hydrate, lights blaze. We don't play safe games. From the treetops to the feed, we grow from a single seed. Type 1 if you feel the heat. Type 2 if you're lost and tweet. Ha! Welcome to the jungle stream. It's the greatest ape on screen. If you're lurking, if you're loud, you're already in the troop right now. Welcome to the jungle stream. Spam the trees, break the seams. Hit that vine, swing with me. This is where the wild ones meet. Stream starting soon, don't leave. Grab snacks, then take your seat. The greatest steak, that's me. When I go live, we all go beast. Yeah. Chat, you ready? Vines in the overlay, drums in the air tonight. Bananas on the username, crown sitting just right. Clicking, we climbing up. Left track in my cup. One branch, two branch, we don't ever log off. Welcome to the jungle stream. It's the greatest ape on screen.
Hello.
If you're
Hello.
lurking, if you're loud, you're already in the troop right now.
Hello. A wonderful day.
Welcome to the jungle
How's it going?
stream. Spam the trees, break the
It's Friday. I was gonna play a little Sekiro today, and then I realized, damn, it has been a long ass day. And because of that, I am not going to play Sekiro. I am going to shut my brain off. And I'm going to play a little bit of The Art of Rally. For those that don't know, this is a game by Fun Selector, and it is absolutely excellent. It is so much fun to play. Oh, hey, look at that, it's me. I need to switch over to using a different camera input, but that's what we got. So, yeah, Art of Rally is sick. It really is. I'm gonna bring the volume down just a smidge for myself. Got eyeball itches. But yeah, no. Fun Selector is, they make some good games. They're coming out with a new one, I think, in a couple of months. and I'm very excited for it. Yeah, also, my wife went shopping for books today. Look at what my wife got me. Ready? Ready? Is that really... I don't know why it's greening it out, because that's not supposed to be green. It's supposed to be yellow. But she got me a Transformers comic book. I'm a huge fucking nerd, so I'm gonna read the shit out of that on my own time. In the meantime, I am going to be playing some Art of Rally. God, it shy of calling it a masterpiece.
Yeah, let's eat some.
It's kind of exactly what. Hey, what's up, Bogey? Look at Bogey. Look at what my wife bought me today. Hang on, I gotta invert my camera so you can actually see this. Transform. Look at. My wife got me a Transformers comic book. That's fucking sick. I love Transformers. I'm a huge nerd. Something about big ass robots really does it for me. And then I can flip flop myself back. Reset. Oh God. Yeah, I am a nerd. Huge nerd. There we go. Yeah, no, fucking big ass robots, dude. Something about the big ass robots. I am going to be playing Art of Rally today. I wanted to play Sekiro, but I can't be fucking bothered. I'm so tired. We had yesterday I helped one of our friends. Well, and by helped I mean I did it entirely by myself, but I replaced like the front grille on our friend's car because in the winter they hit a patch of ice and like slid over a stop sign. So it wasn't like destroyed, it was just cracked and they wanted a new one. So I, being the mechanically inclined individual I am, replaced it for them. It took longer than I thought, but it wasn't terribly difficult. It was just tedious. So I did that. And then, yeah. Yep. And then I grilled, because I was also the grill master yesterday. We were at our house. So I did all the cooking. And then they stayed over until like 8:30 or something like that. And they left, and my wife was not feeling good after. So I called it a night. We hung out. We watched a movie. It was chill. But yeah, now I'm back. I'm going to do this. Because not that I don't want to play and beat Sekiro, but I'm almost done with this game. And so I want to finish this game. So we're going to do that. And I can drive the gorilla car. Or the Evo. I'm gonna drive the gorilla car. We're gonna do that. It's been a while since I've played, so wish me luck. I don't know how this is gonna go. Oh, and it's in the rain. Lovely. But we should be fine. I just gotta stay focused. I must stay focused. I must stay focused. I don't know why the camera did that, but sure. the road, you bastard. I do wonder if, when I'm going around corners like this, if staying in throttle is better than lifting. But I don't know. Also, I heard, Bogey, I heard your guys' stream was canceled and stuff. I hope everything is alright. Or was it just people having plans? I saw the Discord alert go up, but I was busy, so I was unable to read it. Oh! Alright, we're good. We survived that. Lucky enough. Dude, I hate racing in the rain. This is such a pain. Just give me dry condition. Hang on, hang on. Oh! Go! Oh, I hit a tree. The Ethiopian caterpillar is looking good, bro. I do my best. It is due for a trim. It's getting a little long. It's like curling into my mouth. I gotta get some wax for it, so I can curl it up at the end. Oh, but yeah, dude, I'm freaking white today. Oh, we also so this morning I went golfing for the first time in right about a year, and I was a little worried with my back, but it wasn't so bad. It wasn't so bad. Pretty good, actually. I feel all right. I think the golf was actually good for my back. I think I need to bring the volume down a little bit. I will. Yeah, we'll go with that. Oh, how have you been? How have you been, Jordan? I hope all is well. I hope you are enjoying your time back at work. Oh my goodness. The car just fucking like veered off the road. Oh, goodbye. Dude, it's so hard to try and like read chat while I'm trying to drive. Oh my god, I'm sucking. Oh, it's such a short, like, rally stage, too. Oh, I'm gonna be so bad here. Although, at least if I do bad on the short rally stage, it's not like the end of the world. Oof, 1:18 plus 5 seconds. Yeah, I got 6 there. Ouch. Yeah, that was not a good stint right there. All right, so this is the last stage of this. And then we switch over and we have another rally. After this, that's going to be another 3 stages, I think. Alright, there we go. Oh, my ear just popped. That was beautiful. Ooh, how did the, what's it called? How'd the co-stream go the other night? Playing, Gamble with Friends. That looks like a very, very silly game. Hey, what's up, Borgman? Go. All right, we're up and moving now. Borgman, how's the back feeling after golf today? I am a little tight. When I got home, I immediately took. Oh, dude, I took Enzo on a walk immediately when I got home for like 40 minutes, and I was actually feeling really good. And then I sat down and relaxed a little bit, and my back started to stiffen up. But I mean, all in all, during the actual golf, I was feeling good. I'm really excited to actually play. Yeah, back issues suck. I was at physical therapy last week. Maybe it was the week before. And my PT was like, yeah, you're kind of at the point where, like, there's no new stretches or anything I can show you. It's kind of just like, hey, this is going to take time to heal. Which is unfortunate because I hurt my back a year and a half ago. And it's still not better. But my PT was like, yeah, like, you have the muscle density, you have the strength, you even have most of the flexibility that we would expect of someone that doesn't have an injury. It just hurts. So unfortunately, I'm gonna be dealing with that for a bit. I don't know, I might go see a chiropractor or something different and just see if they can't figure out something, like if I gotta offset vertebrae or something and just pop it over. But in the meantime, I'm doing all right. I'm still able to be active, which is all that really matters. You see that big fat gorilla balls all the way up at the top? That's me. That's me, number 1. Oh, fuck. Fuck Norway. Damn it. Hey, what's up, Battle? How's it going? Thanks for stopping in. I hope you guys all had a great weekend. I was very, very productive and very busy. And honestly, I don't know if I'd have it any other way. Dude, it was good. It was good. I helped fix my friend's car. I got to go golfing. Did a little bit of barbecuing. Did a little bit of beer drinking. If I could drive. There we go. No, dude, overall, it was a killer weekend. Next weekend, I'm excited because it's gonna be a long weekend. We still don't have any thumbs up yet. My wife's mother, they live down in Indiana, and the plan was to go to the Indianapolis 500, but they kind of waited until the very last minute to get tickets. So we might not be doing that. And usually, if we don't go down to the Indianapolis 500, there's a shooting tournament that I take part in. 12 gauge shotgun like shooting tournament. And because we were told that we were going to the Indianapolis 500, I did not register for said shooting tournament. And now it's too late to register. So if I can't shoot and we don't go to the Indianapolis 500, I have quite literally no idea what I'm going to do. I might see if I can't head up to my parents' cabin. They've got they got a place a couple hours north of here. Dude, I hope I can go too. It's an awesome event. It's a really cool vibe, mainly because it's one of the few sporting events that allows you to bring in outside alcohol. So tickets, I mean, they're not terribly expensive. They're not terribly cheap either. But once you get in there, you know, you can bring food, you can bring alcohol. And what we did last time was we got some of those like backpack coolers. And then we just got some drinks and loaded up the backpack coolers. We got, oh, Borgman, what are they called? The frozen mixed drinks. Oh, the dailies. We got some dailies and we used those as ice packs. So that when we ran out of beer, we could just drink our ice packs, which was fucking hilarious. Worked out super well, and we will be doing the same thing this year if we do end up going. Also, if you don't want to drink them, like you can go and trade drinks with people because everybody brings their own thing. So it's a hoot of a race. It's also loud as fuck. But no, it's such a good time. If you get the chance to go, do it. So much. We're supposed to get a big thunderstorm here. I think it was supposed to start at like 6 o'clock, but it just kept getting pushed back. And now I have no idea if it's gonna. I like thunderstorms, so hopefully it rains at least for a little time. But I guess we'll see. Well, but you know what? Maybe if it starts raining at like 11 o'clock after I get all cozy and tucked in bed. Oh! Ow. Ow. That fucking hurt. Dude, imagine sliding into a tree at 70 miles an hour and just like, yeah, no, we're good. We're just gonna keep running. Oh my goodness, dude, I hate the ice physics in this game are so jank. And me calling them jank is just me saying that I'm not good enough to get used to them. I'm also just taking these corners way too fast. This car is like 840 horsepower, which is a little bit more than my car in real life. Actually, I have no idea how much power my car in real life has. I think it's like the low 4s because it has a tune, but I haven't dynoed it. I wonder if the new motor actually makes more power than the old one. Ooh, that... Oh, right, bye. That would be something I'd be able to find. That would also require me to dyno my car. And I don't know if anyone in here is aware of how insanely expensive dynoing the car is, but it's fucking crazy. An hour-long session at the dyno is like $400 or something like that. Crazy expensive. Dude, I can't drive to save my life. Yeah, it's like 400 bucks. And I don't even think that pulls in the... I mean, maybe that includes the actual tune-up. But, dude, it's so expensive. Yeah. Being into anything automotive is prohibitively expensive. Like, if you enjoy cars and don't have a lot of money, good luck. Not that I have a lot of money. I do my best with what I have. The motor went out in my car previously, and to save money, I swapped it myself. So I just bought a used motor from the same type of car, and me and my buddies over the course of a couple of... It took a long time to do it calendar-wise, because I had to live my life. I had to go to work. I had to do this, that, the other thing. But in total, the actual like amount of working time was not bad. Maybe 40-ish hours, 50 hours. And that's, in my garage without all the proper tools and everything, and just, making do. So. But honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. I've been driving the car the last couple of weeks since we finished it, and it's been so much fun to drive that car. So much fun to drive the car. It makes all the right noises. It really just made me want to build another car, but one that was not supposed to be my daily driver. Like, I would love to have a project car to work on. But, we got other stuff going on. Yeah, so I used to have a, like, E46, that was barely running. Yeah, I'm gonna need a whole lot more money. Because so my wife and I, we have two vehicles, and we have a 2-stall garage, and my wife for sure would not park her vehicle outside. I would not like to park on. So it would be tough to convince. I'm stuck. It would be tough to convince my wife to let me get another project car. Because I used to have a pickup truck that I just got sick of paying on, but that wouldn't fit in our garage, so it was always just parked outside. So it was like, oh, okay, you know what? I can have a project car because the room in the garage is not being taken up, but now it is being taken up. So it would be a hard press. Tell her it makes me happy. I think it would make me happy, but I don't know if I have enough time. I mean, I could stream working on the car. That would be cool. I think that would be cool. Hook up like a little lav mic, and then like a laptop. Put a GoPro on my head and stream the GoPro of me like wrenching on the car. That's content. That's content, baby. I think that would go over well. Actually, now that like I show my face on camera, I think it does open up new opportunities for things that I could do that aren't just video games. Cause I'm into a lot of like nerdy shit. I like working on electronics. I like models, 3D printing, cars, obviously, motorcycle. Actually, you know what? I will say this. I do have a motorcycle in pieces in my garage before I do it. And that's going to be what I'm working on this summer. That's an ambitious project because I took a 1980 CX500 and I cut the subframe off the back, and I converted it from a dual shock rear to a single shock rear. And I gotta finish that. All the cutting and welding is done. I just need to do the wiring on it, which is a pain in the ass. And electrical is like the one thing I'm not super. But it'll probably be fine, right? Maybe, you know what? Maybe if we don't do anything next weekend, I'll start getting working on. It does need new front forks, or maybe not new front forks, but like the existing forks need to be rebuilt. But that shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. But yeah, honestly, the worst problem is going to be the fucking electrical. Like, I do have friends that are decent with electrical, so I can hopefully call on them. And yeah, hopefully they'll be all right helping me. And I'm just getting some posts put out there. Bing, bada boom. Back to rally. Ooh, we're in Kenya. I think this might be my favorite trip. But yeah, dude, I love tinkering and working on stuff. By day, like my day job, I'm a software engineer. But when I was in college or university, whatever you guys want to call it, I had a backup plan that I would be a mechanic. Just because I love doing it. I love working with my hands. Anything with a motor intrigued me growing up, and really still does. But I would have needed to work at a specialty shop. I don't think I would have been able to do like regular dealer work. It would have killed me. And I know that's something very like pompous or pretentious, but I could not deal with the customers that like one of my friends, he's a mechanic. He was helping me with the motor swap, and he would tell me just horror stories of the people that he deals with on a daily basis and like some of the cars that come in. Oh, dude, I could not put up with it. He is a better man than I for dealing with some of the people that he has to come across. You know, people that know literally nothing about cars, and then they're like, oh, you know, why can't you swap my motor in an afternoon? It doesn't work that way. Oh, well, you know, I didn't change the oil in the last 50,000 miles. Why did my car stop running? Oh, because maybe you didn't change the oil in the last 50,000 miles. Oh, dude, I could not work directly with customers. I would yell at them and I would get fired immediately. It'd be like, why did you throw? Oh my God, please. Go, bitch. Oh my Lord. I just Austin powered myself. That was vile. That was really bad. But yeah, I would like throw a wrench in custom. We don't interact, like being a software engineer, we don't interact with our customers directly. And I think the stars every single day. Because customers are, most of the time, customers are stupid. Like, so working in software engineering, you get a lot of like businessy people that are like, oh my God, what if I did XYZ? Can you build that? And it's like, yeah, I can, but it's, you don't want it. It's not going to be anything that you actually want. Like every once in a while I'll get someone who's like, oh dude, can you build me a website for this? And it's like, okay, you know, if you give me a well thought out plan with all your business requirements, all design documents, everything, I will build this for you. And they never will, because that would require them to actually have a good idea most of the time. They don't. Which I feel like is very harsh, but it's true. But, you know, I'm nice to him about it, because most of the time the people that ask me about that are friends or family. Yeah, if I was working with actual customers, oh god, it would shorten my lifespan considerably. Oh, plus 13 seconds. All right, I gotta bring it back. Although most of my slowdown there was Austin Powersing myself on that fucking grid. I can't believe I did that. He's a fool. I have noticed that the like AI computers in this game, they do not deal well with rain. What's the best track? I actually like the Kenya tracks the most. I feel like the dirt courses feel the best. Like, not particularly in the rain, but like the dry dirt tracks feel good. The Japanese courses are fun, but they're a little too tight. Because they're mostly road courses, and they have like guardrails on both sides. Holy shit. Bad. This is bad. Yeah, there is a DLC for this game, and I think I might pick it up. Just because I would like to play more of this game, or more game like this, and until they come out with their next game, I don't know if I'm going to be able to satisfy the itch. They did they did a closed beta test of their new game a few weeks ago, and I haven't heard anything about it. I hope it was successful. I was not able to get in it. Both Borgman and I signed up. Neither of us got in. But we will have to see if there is a maybe an open beta that comes out later this year. I think that'd be fun. Although, even if it is an open beta, they might not let content creators stream it or make videos. I guess we'll have to see. That's a future me problem. I gotta say, the map design in this game is really impressive, because they always manage to put trees and shit. Hey, what's up, Froggy? I don't... They call whatever computer systems in AI, or whatever AI in video game, it's all just basic computer systems. Like, this game doesn't have any actual artificial intelligence. It's just a bunch of if statements and formulas. Granted, that's what artificial intelligence kind of. We haven't hit actual artificial intelligence. It's ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, none of them are actual artificial intelligence. It's time for 3 a.m. Star Citizen. Holy shit. I can't imagine the Star Citizen servers are popping at 3 a.m. on a Monday. Oh, Froggy, were you able to get your armor? Yes. Nice. I'm glad. It took 7 hours. 7 hours. Why they market it as AI? I mean, it was because they can. I mean, it's the closest thing that we have to artificial intelligence, but it's just like non-traditional machine learning. Which might be a high-level concept for people that don't deal with it every day. Because it sounds I mean, it does, you know? Although, you know, now that it's Pandora's box has been opened and people are like, oh, this is what artificial intelligence is like. It's tough because you can't really put it back. I'm a firm believer that it should be used. Whoa, why did I say it like that? I think it should be artificial intelligence, large language models, ChatGPT, Claude. I think they should be used as a tool by professionals in their field to supplement work. I do not think that it should be a replacement for those individuals in their specific. And you can quote me on that. You can clip this and post it anywhere. I work with artificial intelligence every day in my day job. It's nice to have, but it cannot actually replace software. It can't replace artists. It can't replace, 90% of the jobs that are like, oh, this position is at risk of being replaced. It can do an okay job, but it can't do a great job. And it should be used as a supplement to help that professional be better at their job rather than a direct replacement. That is my personal opinion, and you can quote me on it. I'm gonna get back to racing. And it's still fucking raining. Of course it's raining. This game hates me. LLMs are basically an aggregate machine. It takes an average or most common piece of information or behavior or a situation that's given and can generate something that seems new out of that. Correct. There is no new content, like no 100% original content coming out of LLM. It is kind of taking everything that it was trained on in its data set, mashing it and mixing it all together, and then crapping out something that's just like, copy this, paste this here, move this around, do. Yeah. It's also non-deterministic. Large language models are non-deterministic. They don't give exact results, which is why you can go in and ask an LLM the same question multiple times, and you might get the same result twice, 3 times, but you're not going to get the same exact result every single time. And they have issues of hallucinating, where it'll just totally come off the rails and just out of nowhere just crap out stuff. We are working with an AI system, and it did that. It was leaking training data. So it would just be like talking normal, and then all of a sudden it just unhinged, totally off the rails, unrelated to the conversation, and we had no idea what was causing it. And it's because it was leaking training data. So exact prompts or exact like pieces of information that it was being fed, it was returning when it shouldn't. And the biggest issue for a while in creative fields was that executives thought that it would be able to replace you. Just can't. No, it can't. I think it can help. It can tremendously speed up workflows, especially on like super tedious stuff. Working in software, like I write my code and then it's like, all right, you know, I don't want to write tests for the code that I just wrote. Writing tests is really easy, but it takes time. And rather than wasting my time writing these tests, I can go, all right, hey, I wrote the code, write the test for it. And it can, you know, in just a couple of minutes, it can have a fully functioning test suite that tests the code that I wrote. And that's awesome because I don't want to waste my time writing tests when I could be doing actual work. There's the idea AI can't do your job better than you, but your boss thinks it can. Correct. You've seen what happened a bunch of times. You guys Google if next year was 20. No, I do think the one is really funny where you ask how many R's are in the word strawberry, and sometimes it gets it right. Sometimes it's like there are 0 R's in the word strawberry. There are 17 R's in the word strawberry. It just freaks out for whatever reason. It just doesn't know. And I can talk and complain about AI all day. And being a software engineer, there are definitely people that are like very much gung-ho about AI and think it's like a gift from the gods. And is it useful? Yes, 100%. But it's not. If you are working a job and your CEO is like, we're going all in on AI, everybody's getting fired, you're stupid. You're so dumb. No, current year is 2026. The number after 2026 is 2027, so that means that next year is 20. Yeah, like, it's not, CEOs and executives and investors that support firing people and trying to replace them with AI is ridiculous. Especially because the output on AI, again, it's non-deterministic. It's never exact. And that causes a lot of issues. So like, even though I'm using AI in my job to help me write code, I have to go through and review all the code that the AI wrote. And half the time it just sucks. Like the timer app that I have up on screen when I play my Souls games and I'm timing myself. That's something that I wrote with the help of AI. And the code base is actually just garbage. But because it's a personal project and I'm not getting paid for it, I can't be bothered going in and fixing it, like making a pretty code base or writing tests or anything. It's just like, all right, well, the app is functional, the code base kind of sucks. That's just how it's going to be. No one else is using it. It's just... Should I go in and rewrite it? 100%. Am I going to? Absolutely. I know that app is garbage, and I am totally fine leaving it that way because the only person using it is me. I'm happy about that. If you put the next year's 2027 into Google, it doesn't have an AI overview because it keeps making that mistake. It also being marked super hard as an everything machine that can change the world, but realistically it's gonna fail. Yeah, so I think specifically with software engineering, the AI, it is software. It knows software really well. And I think that writing code is the best use for it. And it's still not great at it. It's okay. Sometimes even good. But it's not great. I also think like using AI to summarize your emails or stuff like that, whatever. That doesn't matter. I don't want to go through my 15,000 unread emails. All the big companies are also just burning money, not to mention the environmental issues. So as far as I'm aware, some of the environmental issues are concerns. Some of them are blown out of proportion a little bit. But yes, there are existing issues, and there will be for a long time. I know energy is one of them. I know this is also controversial. I'm pro nuclear energy. If it can be done safely, yes, 100%. It's clean. It'd be silly not to. As long as, you know, the reactors are all taken care of appropriately. Okay, so the environmental issues: 1, energy consumption. 2, they're wiping out a bunch of farmland to build these big ass fucking data centers that are like 5,000 square acres or something like that. Like, they're massive. They also have the water consumption one isn't as big of an issue because the old ones, it is. The new data centers are sealed systems that use evap towers. So once the system is filled, it's a totally sealed system. So it doesn't, I mean, it evaporates a little bit of water, but not much. It's not like constantly churning through like billions of gallons. Don't get me wrong. Some of them, the old ones, yeah, big issue. Uses more drinking water than any bottled water company. But the newer ones, not so. They're also just an eyesore. They also have bad noise pollution, light pollution, as Froggy said. Yeah, they're not great. Also, hardware costs. If I wanted to go build, so my computer over here, I guess I can, my computer over there, I built that in November for just under $2,000. If I wanted to build that same computer today, it'd be like 2,500, closer to 3,000, because storage is so expensive, memory is so expensive, graphics cards get more expensive. Like, it's ridiculous, and it's all non-committal stuff. So like when Sam Altman said, I plan on buying 50%. Yeah, dude, like my RAM in here, I got for like $200, and the same set now is like $600. It'd be just outrageous. But Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, had said that we plan on buying 50% of all wafers, like silicon wafers, that are being produced in 2026. Yeah. Him saying that is a non-committal agreement, but everybody acted like he had signed a contract. He said that we have the intent to buy it. Signing a contract of intent is not actually buying it. It just fucked the whole market. And it's going to take forever to recover. And it's stupid. He's also one of those little, like, lizard people, like Mark Zuckerberg. I'm not convinced Sam Altman's actually a human. He's just 3 raccoons in a trench coat. He said at some point that in 2030 college graduates would be working new and exciting jobs in space that we can't even imagine yet. I don't fucking know. The only thing that makes sense, if they want to I do think that there would be an advantage to building like data centers in space, but that's its own fucking can of worms. And they would be very difficult to heat. Like not difficult to heat, to cool. It'd be very difficult to cool because there's no air in space. And that's how a lot of cooling is done, because of convection. You would have to use big like radiation reflectors and crazy shit like that. Like rather than using a traditional radiator like your car has, or like my computer's water cooled, you would have to use a radiator that works with infrared radiation, and that's how you would like expel the heat components, which is fucking crazy. And I no idea how it actually works. Smarter people than me will have to solve it. And yeah, about the whole in space does make sense to me because they're basic. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Like, that's fine. Plus, then you don't have to deal with the pollution and shit on the ground. The only issue would be maintaining, and because of the radiation in space, it fucks hardware really bad. Like, they bring computers and shit to the ISS, and they have to replace them pretty frequently just because they get cooked by radiation. Yeah, the rockets are also tough. Speaking of rockets and kind of pivoting away from the AI thing, have you guys seen the fucking rocket slingshot thing? You guys know what I'm talking about? Where rather than using a traditional like stationary launch tower, it's built in a big tube and they spin it really, really fast and then they throw it into space rather than using rocket boosters to get it out of Earth's gravity. Fucking crazy concept, but it's really cool. Some guy on YouTube actually built something like that for launching rockets. It's so cool. If I had enough free time on my hands to like be a true content creator, it's very theoretical. And it wouldn't necessarily be the entire journey, but because of the way the physics works, an object in motion tends to stay in motion, and an object at rest tends to stay at rest. The most difficult part of getting a rocket up into space is the initial acceleration, right? So if they can use the inertia from having the rocket on a big spinning arm to have the initial momentum, and then once it's moving, they fire the rocket boosters, it's much more energy efficient than just firing a rocket from stationary. Also, it's not with like huge like rockets that we would send people up with. It would be for, you know, satellites and shit. But it also allows you to build much smaller rockets because they don't need to have as much boost. Or like they don't need to have big boosters to get them, you know, the first third of the way up there. It's all very cool stuff. I'm a huge fucking nerd. You guys haven't noticed this yet. I love all things science. I love robots. I love rockets. Yeah, I think that's the idea, because the majority of there we go. The majority of the work is done getting out of the atmosphere, and because of the way the gravity works, the closer you are to an object, the more effective gravity it has on you. So if they can, you know, get it even a quarter of the way up there, it significantly reduces the amount of gravity pulling on that rocket booster. Yeah, they could not put people on it. It spins too fast. Like they get that some bitch ripping. But yeah, I don't know. It's so intriguing. So exciting. It's too bad that our president is trying to privatize spaceflight, but that's its own thing. I don't like to talk politics, but how do you spin something that fast? It takes a lot of power, but it takes less power and is less pollutant than it would be to just traditionally fire the rocket. Yeah, but if it's just like a big electric motor, right, you could charge that with solar, and because there's no combustion, there's not really any wear parts, it doesn't take any fuel. Ignore the fact that I flew off the road right now. That was an accident. Dude, you guys, this has been an awesome night of chat, and we're an hour. Dude, I could talk about this shit forever. It really tickles my tism, I guess, for lack of a better term. Love me some science. Old. I mean, I don't know how else to phrase it. The problem comes in when you have 1 meter thick cables to handle the current. Yeah, but like the cables are stationary. They're not whipping around. They're just staying still. Just the motor spinning. If you have not watched those videos, Froggy, I highly recommend that you do so. Well, just the only ones whipping around are the ones that are going to be in the arm controlling the release mechanism for the actual rocket. Right? The ones that are hooked up to the motor aren't moving. And then I assume the rocket would have its own battery power of sorts. Yes, dude, Styropyro. His video, dude, he loved that guy. He is definitely on the spectrum. 100. There's no way you get that excited about lasers and shit without being on the spectrum. And you know what? Honestly, I 100% support him. He seems like a super cool dude. Definitely on the FBI watch list, though. Dude, I've been watching Styropyro forever. He is the spectrum. Yeah, no, awesome video, guys. Awesome videos put out by him. In terms of like actual like content, his like voice talking and like presentation skills, very monotone, does not get excited about stuff, but you can tell that he just... Oh yeah, and they will be, but like he intentionally creates a bottleneck in the system to destroy the cables and the bolts and stuff that he puts in. Dude, what a cool guy. I bet he's just living his dream. Being a full-time content creator, I know it's very hard for people, and I guess I don't know if Styropyro is full-time. I don't know what he does for his day job. If he has a day job. But, like, being a content creator like that has to be, one, like, very tiring, obviously. But it has to be the most rewarding thing ever. I can only imagine. Getting to be your own boss, you know, working on quite literally whatever you want. Because, like, most of the time when you get people like that, the projects that they're working on, no matter what it is going to excite the audience. That's the same type of thing that, like, Michael Reeves does. He only puts out, like, one video a month. But it's like, whatever the fuck he wants it. No one's telling him what to do. Like, he made the robot that lowballs people on Facebook Marketplace. Fucking genius. It's such a good idea. The dog catapult is a little unhinged, but, like, it's so good. And then same thing with people like Nile Red. Obviously, he does Nile Blue as well. But I think his most recent video, or one of them, was like, he made human kibble. Like, he bought Big Macs, he bought a KFC meal, and then like a full pizza, and he turned it into human kibble, like you could buy for your dog, but it's for people. Like, that's gotta be so much fun. Just like doing that whenever you want. Oh, a guy can dream. Speaking of being a content creator, if you guys are enjoying what you're seeing, feel free to like, subscribe. I'm live on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel as well. It's also just the same broadcast of my streams. Dude, I yearn for the feed bag. Yes. Oh man, that'd be great. You know how easy that would make going to the gym? If I could just have, like, chicken and rice kibble. Oh my god, I have to start eating my dog's food. I have to start eating the same food as my dog. Oh, also, back to my spiel, the content creator spiel. Yeah, I got a YouTube channel. I got social media pages as well. I used to post a bunch of memes on my TikTok and my Instagram. And then it has since changed over to being clips and stuff. I don't know if I have an exclamation point socials command set up, but my socials are linked down below. If I had more time, I would do, like, specific content for YouTube. I think that'd be a lot of fun, and maybe I will in the future. But right now, it is tough to find time, especially now that it's summer and my wife wants to go and do. I also like going out and doing stuff. So it's not like oh, my wife is taking me to go do stuff. I like to leave my house, surprisingly. Unless it's for work. I don't like leaving my house. I like work. I'm a software engineer. I don't need to. If I could have a big bag that had nutritionally balanced snack-like foods that hit all the macros and stuff, that taste good, but not so good that you eat it, that you overeat it, I would be very happy. Yes, I think so too. I think for me, the biggest thing is, like, portion control. I think if I could get big, balanced, like big nutritionally balanced servings, I think that would work best for me. But I get what you're saying. But yeah, that was kind of his concept. I think it was on the Nile Blue channel, not the Nile Red one. But that's why he used like Big Macs and pizza, KFC, and a couple foods that people like. And he said that they came out really good. I think it'd be very interesting if he like produced and sold it. Even if it was just as like a joke run. I think it would be something that I buy and like taste test on stream just for fun. And then, dude, I fuck heavy with like diet soda and 0-calorie sweeteners, just because I know, and that we're controversial tonight. I know that they're not good for you and they're full of chemicals, but I also believe that like a can of Coke, right? Like Coca-Cola. If I drink a single can of Coke, it's like 90% of my daily added sugar in a 12-ounce can. But if I have a Diet Coke, it's 0% of my daily sugar, and it's 0 calories. But it tastes just as good. I can't imagine that having 90% of my sugar in a single can is good for me. I would argue that it's probably worse for you than whatever chemicals are in a can of Diet Coke. Because most of those chemicals are probably also in the can of Coke. Oh yeah, no, I'm not drinking like 15 cans a day. I have like a diet or a can of Diet Coke. You know, at max 1 a day, but most often it's usually like 1 or 2 a week. You know, just enough to take the edge off. Yeah, again, I do a lot of research on this just because I'm a nerd. Research tickles my brain. But yeah, you need a massive amount of like aspartame for it to be dangerous. Is it good for you? No. Is it dangerous? No. Like you would be much more likely to drown in the amount of soda that you would have to drink to get any damaging amount of aspartame. I suck at this game. I've been too busy engaging in top-tier conversation. Oh yeah, but back to the controversial take. Yeah, those people that are like, oh, I don't drink Diet Coke because diet soda's bad for you, and then have like 5 cans of regular Coke a day. They're like, okay, you are doing more damage with the regular Coke than the Diet Coke because you're eating 7,000% of your daily sugar a lot. Yes, I have been infected by the worm in RFK's brain. My worm, the worm in my brain, his name is Jeffrey. Yeah, college dropout. He's a good worm. He's a good worm. Dude, I will put my tinfoil hat and talk about conspiracy theories all day. There's a worm in RFK's brain. Yeah, Froggy, obviously anything in excess is going to be bad for you, but the amount of excess that you need to have is fucking ridiculous. Now, are there some other adverse effects that people can have to chemicals like aspartame? Yeah. If aspartame doesn't agree with your body, it's been known to cause like headaches and stuff like that. But again, just don't have it. And that's again, that's like, all right, this is going to be an adverse effect for me specifically, because whatever aspartame is, I have no idea. I mean, I know it's an artificial sweetener, but I have no idea what it actually is, besides just like, oh, it's aspartame. Like, yeah, some people, it's not going to have a good effect with their body. Same thing with like peanut butter. Like, people are allergic to peanut butter. People can't eat it. People can't have aspartame. I feel like at some point there, in the last couple minutes, I have totally got it. And you're welcome. I intend on staying off of it. You know what? I should put a tinfoil hat on. I should do that for the stream. We can just turn this into a there we go. A conspiracy theory stream. Speaking of things that are bad for you, I have a 3D printer in my office. That shit has definitely cut years off of me. Just being exposed to the off gas from the plastic. I keep it in a closet and it has like an air purifier in there, but that shit's gotta be taking years off. Ooh, okay, so I listened to, or the podcast when I took my dog on a walk earlier, Froggy. I was listening to a podcast and they said that they released like the biggest ship now. That's it looks like the Yagamoto, like the Starship Yagamoto from an anime or something. I have no idea what the reference is, but that's what they were talking about. But apparently it looks like really cool. Being a VIP, I don't know. Let me check Nightbot real quick. Chat moderation. I think you should be fine. I trust you, Froggy. The battle cruiser. Yeah, I think it's the, let me, Starship Yamada? Space Battleship Yamato. Hang on. Oh my god, yeah. Here, I'll pull this up quick. This, apparently it kind of looks like this. This is what they were talking about in the podcast. That it looks like the space battleship Yamato. Like it, I don't know what's all on this website, but it looks like an actual space, like a boat in space. Yeah, okay. Oh, this is more of a, yeah, okay. Oh my god, yeah, I'm on an ultra wide monitor, but yeah. Okay, yeah, I see it very much looks like a traditional battleship style where you have a very big central bridge. Okay, I see. All right, back to race cars. That is sick. That is really cool. I would love to get into Star Citizen. I mean, my computer could probably handle it. I don't know if it could handle the game while streaming. I think that would probably chug pretty hard. Which is kind of unfortunate. It is what it is. Okay, there we go. There we go. But yeah, you should look at that link I put at some point. It's the in-universe ad for the fighter. That's such a cool... Like, all the lore they're building around Star Citizen and how they're putting out advertisements for ships and armor and stuff as though it's the actual companies. So smart. So smart. It builds a really cool world. Okay, so here's the next question. What is the real life purchase price of the Anvil OD going to be? What are we talking? Are we talking like 5K real world money? Damn, I'm good. Isn't there a ship in that game that's like $10,000? Like for a single ship? Hey, I got a new car. The Kazi. $200 hours in the wind tunnel. Pull hot air from the engine bay and brakes and advance. The highest at the moment is 3K. Okay, okay. Isn't is it like a pack that you can buy that costs 10K that gives you a bunch of different ships? Is that what I'm thinking, maybe? For a single ship, but there are packages. 50K! Holy shit! Who has that kind of money? All right, we are going to race in. Do we want to do the Subi? Oh no, I want to run the Kazi. Okay, so now this is 3 full rallies. Oh, this sounds way different than the last part. Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh! All right, we're gonna retire from the season. We're just gonna start this over. We're gonna try this again. That was not my best start. I don't know how much they are because I can't see them. I'm not in the concierge. Concierge is where you spend over 1K on the game. You no longer need to win a game package. You get monthly loot as well as access to unique store. Okay, so the big spenders. I know that those people exist in games like Fortnite. That game is fucking wild. I played a shitload of that game. Oh, yeah. Okay. I see your correction there, bro. I make typos all the time. Also, I think this is Germany. These tracks are very difficult because they put these stones on the side of the track. Hang on. I have friends that say I only spent the 45 on my starter ship, but I can see that they have a High Admiral title on the website. That's fine. They're lying to you. It is nice though that the cost of entry to that game is so rational at $45 for a starter ship. And then you can obviously buy more expensive ships than that. I do think that that game would be really funny. I don't think I have the hardware to do it right now. But if somebody wants to send me $3,000 so I can buy a 5090 and then I can stream Star Citizen, I would take it. I would take that, and I would be very appreciative. Or if you want to just send me a 5090, I will also take it. No, I'm just kidding. I like my computer. I like that I stood on my own morals when I built this computer, and I did not buy anything from NVIDIA. I can feel good about myself. High Admiral is the 1K title, and then it goes all the way up to Legatus Navia at 25,000. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I will just take a $45 ship for a while. Like, in I keep going back to War Thunder because it's a fun game. But obviously it's a free-to-play game, but I was enjoying myself, so I was paying for the premium membership when I was in college. I bought some premium ships, but holy hell, was that a very expensive free-to-play game. Holy smoke. Very expensive. I can also see, like, if this is like the one game that you play, or if you have an unlimited amount of money to spend, that you can, like, oh yeah, I will put money into this game and I will buy a lot of ships if I want. It's very understandable. I don't know if I could do it for myself. If my wife was like, oh yeah, I want to play Star Citizen, I'd probably do love money. Oh, that's how she is with books. And my wife spends so much money on books. But that's what her hobby is. She likes to read. I like to build computers, and she likes to read. Actually, that's an interesting thing to think about, because, like, my wife loves her books. And I think that she spends a lot of money on books. I'll put that. But when I look at my own hobbies, computer, car, motorcycle, these are our very expensive things. I spend a lot of money on. I might not be buying stuff all the time, but when I do, it tends to be pretty expensive stuff. I do, however, think that if I took the time to single out my hobbies, you've upgraded your PC twice for that game. I have upgraded my PC twice in the time that game has been out. I tend to just, like, build a PC and then deal with it for a while. Although, if I'm going to be streaming, I know that that's going to be a more common occurrence. If I want to be playing games, I'm gonna have to be upgrading so I can play good games. Although I'm doing this for fun. If it gets to a point I can't play games because my computer sucks, then I'm just gonna play different games. Fair enough. I hate the rain. I hate the rain. I hate it. I hate it. I'd rather do snow than rain. Speaking of upgrading PCs, I need to figure out what to do with my old computer. I should throw a capture card in it, and then I can do all my rendering on that computer, but the ship I'm in now pulls 22 G's in a straight line, apparently. Holy shit. Love snow. I'm from, like, the upper Midwest, so we get a lot of snow here. I know that doesn't mean much for you, Frog, but, like, northern United States. And also, Froggy, is there an in-game lore reason for how a human can survive a sustained 22G acceleration? I way overshot that. Or do you just pass out and die? super milk? What the fuck does that mean? Okay, okay. That makes more sense. Because I'm thinking, like in The Expanse, when they hit IG maneuvers, they have to inject themselves with whatever the juice is, so that they don't black out. But they might have a stroke. They're stroking it while they're doing IG maneuvers. Oh! Alright, good. Do it. Forwards! Oh. Drive! I'm looking like further up the road than where my car currently is, and it makes it difficult because sometimes I'm not in the middle. And I go to make a turn and I just run into shit. Like right there. Ugh. We're almost done. Hang on. I can see chat moving. There we go. Will you black out and stuff at that level of G-Force? They recently changed how G-Forces work as well. The more gear you have, the less G resistance you have. Okay. That does make sense, Froggy. That. Actually, I'm gonna take 1 second. We had an Amazon package get delivered. So I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna grab that quick before it starts raining. So give me a second. Oh. All right. Hang on. Let me get the game pulled up. I came back. We're good. I ordered a cabin air filter for my wife's car. And that's what got delivered. Bonk. A flight suit is slightly worse than a racing suit. But like 2% better. But it can do EVA, yeah. That makes sense. Having the specific flight suit is good. I know that for like fighter jet pilots, they have the flight suits are like tighter around their legs because it helps push the blood up to their brain. And when they're doing high G maneuvers, they have to like flex their legs and their core or something like that. Not for me. I can do roller coasters, but that's about it. No high G flight maneuvers. Oh! Alright, we're back. Fucking launching myself in the air. Also, someone has their sprinklers going outside. And it's about to thunderstorm. So, not sure why that's happening. Okay. Speaking of thunderstorms, we've been in a burn ban lately, which just kind of means that you can't have campfire or anything like that, just because it's been pretty dry. Up by my parents' cabin, there is a big forest fire. My mom sent me a picture, or pictures that were in the news. It looks like a fucking bomb went. It was like a huge plume of smoke. The sky is orange. It's crazy. So hopefully everybody is making it out of this. Yeah, it is big. I think my mom was texting me about it earlier today. She said it's something like 1,100 acres or something like that has already been burned, and it's at 0% containment, so they have not stopped it at all. Crazy. I hope everybody up there is okay. I think it just started raining. Hang on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's raining. It's raining hard. It is raining very hard. But yeah, hopefully they get some of the rain up there and it helps put those forest fires out. It is weird that like the United States, I know we are a big country, but it's weird that there can be forest fires in places like California or South. I guess they probably don't get very many forest fires. But it's so strange that they can be happening in our country, and it's just like, oh, this doesn't impact me. Obviously now this one does impact us a little bit more because, again, my family's cabin. But yeah, it's just weird. We've had fires before in our area, but I don't think we've had anything like this, not for a long time. And I don't know, I just hope they get it contained. We got sent home from school because it was raining ash. Holy shit. That's some, like, apocalyptic shit right there. One of the helicopters that was fighting the fire got shot at. What? Why would you shoot at a helicopter? That's so stupid. What sane person would shoot at a helicopter fighting? My brain literally can't comprehend why someone would do that. That is some, like, idiotic redneck behavior right there. Some crazy fucking hillbilly in the woods. What? There's a flying machine in the sky. I'm gonna shoot at it. Stupid fucking people. Stupid people. But yeah, safe to say, if that fire is still going on next week, I will probably not be going up. That is safe to say. But, Borgman, that does mean that if I don't go up to the cabin, debut? I'll have to convince my my dad to turn the pool heater on. My parents have a pool. How nice it must be to be like a Gen Xer and just have life going your way. 401k shooting through the fucking moon because tech stocks. You got your house for pennies on the dollar compared to what it is now. Must be good. Must be nice. It must be good. Born 10 years too late, man. I'll tell you what. Yeah, maybe more than 10 years. It is weird to think about how different my life would be. And I guess, like, how everybody's life would be if they were born 10 years sooner. I mean, obviously, at this point in my life, it wouldn't be totally different. I guess I'd probably have kids by now, if I was 10 years older. In a bigger house. Be thinking about random bullshit. I probably have a way cooler car than that. Dude, those boomers don't know how good they got it. They got all the fucking cool cars. Yeah, I know, I'll get there. I'm not terribly worried. Shit, how old am I? 27, I think? I got quite a bit of life left in me. I do own the house that I'm in. Well, I mean, I pay. I was lucky enough that I was able to. I have a good paying job. And they got good benefits and it's nice, you know? Does working 40 hours a week, doing something mentally taxing kind of suck? Yeah. Is it tough to balance work with life and streaming and everything else? Yeah, but you know what? I know that compared to a lot of people, and I'm in a pretty good place. I got a lot of things. Ooh, I got a lot of things going right for me. So it's truly hard to find. Well, it's not hard to find something, but it's hard to find something that's like actually. And my wife reminds me of this, that like we got it. We got it pretty damn good. You've done 2 flights in the ship, and you can safely say you don't like flying. Sounds like a spoon. Lucky wife. Yeah, dude. My wife is lucky. She best remember that. Oh, speaking of wife, hang on. I gotta show you what my wife my wife bought me. I've been talking for almost 2 hours straight now. Melting my brain. It's also Sunday and I'm not ready to go back to work. Let me get to the end of this race. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I'm gonna lose because of that right there. Alright. Alright. So my wife. Let me go back to here. Oh, hello. So my wife went to a book thing today. She bought me something. I'm going to invert my camera so you guys can see this problem. Hang on. Transform. Flip. Ready? All right, ready? Ready? She got me the Transformers comic book. Are you fucking kidding me? That's awesome. That's awesome. That's fucking sick. She gets me, bro. Dude, she gets me. I didn't ask her nothing. She just showed up back at home and she was like, "Hey, I got something for you." I was like, "Ooh, you know what it is? It like maybe some random T-shirt or something." Transformers comic book. Oh, huge. Fucking awesome. I'm a happy guy. I will be reading that before bed. I will be reading it before bed and I will be very happy about it. I love her. The Michael Bay Transformers movie. Jeff's kiss. Not because they're good or they have good stories or anything, just big robot. Big robot kill things. Also, Froggy, why do you need a tractor beam? Can't you just kick it? Just kick it with your foot into space? It is awesome. Not only lucky wife, lucky me. Michael Bay is coming back with some of the original characters for another Transformers movie. And I'm very excited about it. Transformers 1 that came out, I don't know, 1.5, 2 years ago. Awesome movie. I watched it. I loved it. Still kind of sad that Optimus wasn't voiced by, oh my god, what's his name? I can't remember. But the guy who's basically always done, it was voiced by Chris Hemsworth, which is, he did a good job. But I think it kind of missed the impact. Although they were going for a younger, a younger Optimus, and I think he kind of did a pretty good job in that role. However, it's not the original. Not gonna have a dead body sticking up the rental. Yeah, but why do you need a tractor beam? Why can't you just open the cargo bay and throw it out? Just kick it. Kick the body into space. You probably got mag boots on. You don't need to worry about floating out by yourself. And Froggy, I recommend watching the Michael Bay Transformers movie if you like big robots. They're very much super actiony. Oh, you don't have a cargo bay, it's a luxury ship. Wait, would it not make more sense for a luxury ship to have a cargo bay? To put all your luxury shit in? To put your car in? To put your speeder bike in? some. It's like, okay, so it's not a luxury ship. Cause like I don't think I would call a Lamborghini a. This is tough. Because they are luxury cars, but they're also like high performance. When I think luxury, I'm thinking like you got a big fucking Bentley or a Rolls Royce. You know? When I'm thinking like supercars, I'm thinking the single fastest ship in the game. Ah, okay. I see. Yeah, but that means it's, you know, it's like a drag. You said it handles like a spoon and peanut butter. So it's not built like... It's not built like a Pagani. I fucking love Pagani. The Zonda, oh, in Need for Speed Pro Street, love that car. But it's not built like that. It's built more like a fucking Hellcat. Like a boat. Can't turn for shit, but it goes really fast and straight. That's what I would think. But that's just... Oh! But it goes like stink in a straight line. Does it leave a skid mark in space or just in your pants? Just a fucking, you put your foot down and it just leaves a doo-doo stain in space. Oh shit. Oh no! He lives! He lives! Let's go! Speaking of doo-doo stains, my driver definitely just shit his pants. I guess that... Okay, so here's a question, Frank. If you are really trying to turn, why not, because you're in space, right? Why not just rotate the ship and then do a hard burn in the direction that you want to turn? Right? Like, that's how space works. You don't need to fly it like a plane. You can just pivot in a sphere and then burn in a single direction. That's my question for you, Frank. Ow. My driver, my co-driver definitely has a fucking headache after that. Still need thrust, yeah. I mean, you can do that. Or does it just like not rotate? Does it not have the, not control surfaces, but, like the little... Oh god, what are they called? I'm trying to think of the expanse. The PDCs or the cannons. Like auxiliary thrusters to rotate it. Okay, so it does rotate kind of slow. Okay. Okay, that makes. Yeah, because I was thinking like you fly in a straight line, you rotate, and then you fly in a straight line the other direction, and then it causes you to like arc, you know, like you're drifting. That would be my thought. I just got paged from work. I don't have to do anything with that now, but I might have to. Got a new flight suit off the guy I dragged on. Yay! Looting corpses. Yay! We love looting corpses. Their gear is now my gear. Wait, so is the corpse that's on your ship the original owner of the ship? Is that how that works? If you kill someone and take their ship, you just get to have it until they're right? Hey, nice. Upgrades, baby, upgrades. That's a movie. Fucking robot movie. Upgrades, people, upgrades. Why be you when you can be new? Please tell me someone gets that reference, please. Please. You know, I feel like, and I'm just noticing this now, I feel like the cars in this game are really fucking big. Robots ages ago. Okay, so I watched that movie a couple of weeks ago. And we were with my wife's, I guess they're now my nephews. They love them. It's such a good movie, dude. You always hate how the guy's head fin. Oh, Rodney's? Yeah, that shit bugs me too. But you gotta remember, he's made out of hand-me-down parts. He's piecemeal. He's like an iPhone 17e. He's just made out of other pieces of phone. Hi, baby. Okay, well, I guess we're not going to the Indy 500. Blew him up and then slowly moved my ship so I could scoop him into my ramp, and then it pulled all the gear off the locker and threw his naked body out into space. Normal stuff to be doing at 4 a.m. Not psychopath behavior at all. Yeah, so I had mentioned earlier that my wife's mother was waiting to so they were gonna buy all 5 of the tickets that they needed at the same time, right? Well, their mentality was, we're gonna wait and see if we can get a deal on tickets at the end, right? Like, oh, any unsold tickets, we'll be able to scoop them up for cheap, right? Well, they waited too long for it. So now all the tickets, if you want to buy 5 tickets together, the tickets are like, rather than being like $100 each, they're like $240 each. So rather than it being $200 for my wife and I to go to the race, it would then be $500 after taxes. And it's like, yeah, the 8,500 is fun and being there is really cool. But is it $500 cool? Ooh, I don't know if it's $500 cool. I don't know. They do this kind of stuff all the time, and don't get me wrong. I understand wanting to like hunt for a deal, but if I'm doing that, it's gonna be on something that like, oh hey, you know, my wife and I want to go to a concert. It's no one else being dependent on us getting tickets. Like it would just be a bonus thing for us. Like, oh hey, you know, my wife loves Halsey, right? Like that's her favorite. And if Halsey was popping up in our city, and I was like, oh, I want to surprise my wife with tickets. You know, there's 2 tickets for sale. I can snag a good deal on them for the concert that's tonight. Like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. But it's also like, oh, maybe I'm not able to get tickets. No harm, no foul, right? Because it doesn't impact it. Where this impacts my ability to go to the Indy 500, which is not good. So Borgman, here's my thought. If the forest fires are so bad that we can't go to the cabin, maybe Sunday we do an Indy 500 watch party. Borgman, my mod, lives close to me, so we went golfing today. We are friends. We are real life friends. I have real life friends. Also, Froggy, you are right. Murdering someone, stripping their body naked, and dumping them into space is actual 4 a.m. Yeah, okay, so that's what my wife came in to talk to me about. She said that they were able to find tickets, but it was gonna be like $500 for us to, which is, it is a number that we can afford to pay. Yeah, okay, so that is the tough thing about that battle cry, is that we live 8 hours from Indianapolis. So last minute would be like, we would have to find them on like Thursday or Friday, and then we would drive down Saturday and actually sunset. So I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying that I'm not going to count on it. I'm not going to plan my week. But I'm also not upset about not being able to go, because it's an 8-hour drive each way, and we were just down there to see them 2 weeks ago. So it's not the end of the world. I'm not, like, I'm bummed I'm not gonna go to the Indy 500. But I've also been there before. And how different can they really be? You know? So I wouldn't be going necessarily for... I'm not a fan of any one particular driver. I would be going for the sake of just, like, going. And yeah, it would be cool, but... Next year, we will take ticket buying into our... I think is what we do. And if we want to go next year, my wife and I will push them to buy the tickets earlier, 2 weeks beforehand, so that it's not sold. But, not the end of the world. Kind of bummed. But that $500 is something that, like, you know, my wife and I can use. We're redoing one of our bathrooms. That's $500 right there. Did I win? How many more races do I have? Oh, we're back in Kenya. Boy, fucking howdy, let's go. I am a big fan of, like, racing events, though. As I had said earlier, big Motorhead. Me and my buddies, we go up and... It's been a couple years since we've been up there, but they do NHRA drag racing. Again, up by my parents' cabin. That is a huge clap of thunder outside. So every couple years we'll go up there and we'll watch. Hey, what's up, Paz? I'm talking about the Chaos Emeralds, right? What? What are you talking about, Paz? I'm talking about the thunderclappers outside. And I was talking about race cars. Oh, wait, are you talking about the gearheads, like, where they trap the animals inside? I'm not gonna blow up the moon. Not this year. I like the moon. The moon is cool. That's where Sokka's girlfriend is trapped. She's the moonfish. And that is a Avatar: The Last Airbender reference, for those of you who don't get that one. Yeah, dude, so the NHRA drag races are really cool because those cars are so insanely loud that they, like, vibrate the... It's like standing next to a subwoofer that can go from 0 to 200 miles an hour in 3 seconds. With that one guy that I stole the loot off and puts me at 1/5 to get a new fighter. Hey, nice. Pillage, Froggy. Ugh. Nothing much, Paz. My wife and I had a chill weekend. It was... I'm just trying to think. My brain is... I've been talking for the last, like, 2.5 hours. Yesterday... So Friday night, I streamed Battlefield. Yesterday, I was planning on streaming, but we had some friends over. I helped repair their car, and then we did some grilling afterwards. And after they went home, my wife wasn't feeling good, so her and I just kind of hung out. We watched the third Hunger Games movie, Mockingjay Part 1. And then today, I went golfing. Didn't throw out my back, which is a huge win. And then, yeah, we were just kind of poking around, took the dog on a walk. Went out to eat. We had Mexican for dinner. It was good. Good weekend. And you missed it. My wife popped in, and she just let us know that we are not going to the Indy 500 next weekend. But that's sad, yes. But my wife bought me, and I know it's inverted, but she bought me a Transformers comic book, which is a win. We take that. My wife gets me. She knows I like big robots. Ace pilot helmets or something weird. Alien friend. Oh my, what am I reading here? If I can get that ship, I won't be sad about the wipe taking my stuff anymore. Ace pilot helmets or something are weird alien friend, so I need 4 more. Okay. So you have to kill 5 ace pilots and steal their helmets. And give them to the alien friend, and then he gets you the spaceship? I see, I see. Also, Paz, question. Are you gonna be streaming tomorrow morning? I work from home and I need something to listen to. I kind of like Transformers. I love the movie that came out. Yeah, so Froggy had said that was the only one that he had seen. Boardman and I actually did a watch party with Sushi on that movie, and I thought it was good. I think Chris Hemsworth did a good job playing Orion Pax or whatever his name is, but still not as good or as iconic of a voice as the original guy that voices Optimus Prime. And yeah, you will. Currently playing Silent Hill Homecoming. I have seen quite literally nothing about that game. So I will have to tune in. By have to, I mean... or whatever his name is. It says, after instantly knowing his name. Yeah, but that's one of those things where, like, you're like, oh, man. And then you 100% give an opinion or tell somebody what to do, and then you say, but I don't know, just in case you're wrong, and whatever you just told them to do ruins their life. Hey man, I'm just saying, if it was me, I would drive my car through that bank and steal all the money in the vault. But I don't know, that's just me. just in case you ruin your life, I can't be held accountable if you follow the very exact plan specifications that I gave you. Oh! Actually, thinking about it now, I remember Orion's name. I don't remember what Megatron's name was in that movie. And by don't remember, I'm pretty sure his, like, when he's a miner, like mining Energon, I think he's D16. But I don't remember what name is, like, what name he picks. Yeah, the trailer did not do that movie any justice. It was really good. I know, and I think he did do a good job, and I think it portrays a good, like, his voice is a little bit higher, and it's not as, like, raspy and, like, rumbly as it is for the actual Optimus Prime voice actor. So it did a good job of, like, making him feel like he's younger, he's innocent, doesn't have all the experience. But still like the actual Optimus Prime. Yeah, I don't want anyone to think that I'm too autistic. Just a little tism. Just enough to know a little bit about everything. And just enough tism to swap the motor in my car without any real instructions. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not on the spectrum at all. Yeah. I just thought about that now. How outside of a couple of quick, I just hit a rock. Outside of a couple of quick Google searches, I didn't really read up at all on doing the motor swap, and I just kind of did it with the help of a friend. Yeah, but you know. You got the video game lore? Yeah, I do not have the video. I do not have video game autism like that. I can do some comic books, Transformers, kind of. And I don't know. I know a lot. I know a lot. I know a little bit about a lot of things. So obviously some I've got a deeper pool of knowledge, but I like to cast a wide net. I want to like be in the position where if somebody comes up and asks me a question, I can like, oh yeah, you know, we can kind of have a back and forth conversation if I have like any mild interest. You can talk about the Books of Sorrow from Destiny for a while. I know nothing about the Destiny lore. Chai is heavy into Dead Space, Silent Hill, RE, Dead Rising, but not really into comics. I am head over heels. I would love to collect more comics, and that's part of the reason why the comic book, my wife getting me the comic book, made me so happy, is because I think comic books are really, I think graphic novels are kind of a lost art. Obviously, now that everything is a video game or a movie or a TV show, like they don't have the same pull, but I think they tell awesome stories. Especially around some of the newer stuff with like DC, the Absolute Universe comic books are incredible. And I think that if Warner Brothers and DC wanted to make a lot of money, also sorry, my monitor disconnected and it had to reconnect. I think if Warner Brothers wanted to make a lot of movie, they would make, that's some loud thunder, I don't know if you guys can hear that. They should make what's it called? The Absolute Universe comic books into movies. And for those that don't know, the Absolute Universe is a much more dark, gritty, alternate universe from what the normal comic books are. So without like going a little bit into, or without going too far into some of the backstories, like Superman, rather than being sent here as a baby, not knowing his parents at all, he did know his parents. He was sent here as like a child, and his parents were trying to tell the other Kryptonians that like, hey, we are killing this planet, we need to stop. And the Kryptonians called his parents treasonous and killed his parents in front of him, and then he was sent to Earth. So it's like a very different telling. He still ends up in like Kansas, and he's still Clark Kent, kind of, but it's different. And then like Bruce Wayne isn't a billionaire. He's a construction worker in the Absolute Universe. He's also like 6'8". He's a fucking brute of a man. Wonder Woman's like 7 feet tall, because she's an actual like Amazonian goddess. It's such a cool like retelling of the DC universe. I definitely think that it's worth taking a look into if you have any interest in like superhero comics. And again, that's one of the things, Froggy, like, oh yeah, I don't want to go into too much detail. It goes into very specific detail. Sorry, sir, your autism is showing. Also, I kind of zoned out, and I didn't realize I was, like, going through the race while I was explaining all that stuff. Oh yeah, I remember the Absolute Universe when I was 14. I read the Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe and remember being sick and depressed. Really? Yeah, that, those comic books, I don't know, I feel like in terms of, like, comics, DC has a lot more going for them now than Marvel does. But obviously, with the success of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there's a lot more Marvel fans right now than there would otherwise be. I don't know. I think DC is going in a much better direction than Marvel is currently. But that's me. Those are my opinions, and I will stand by them. And if you don't like them, that's okay. You're allowed to have your own opinion, even if it's wrong. I posted a clip one time where I said that, and people were not happy about it. I had said, oh yeah, you can have your opinion, even if it's wrong, you're allowed to have it. And some dude was like, oh, you're a whole lot of fun at parties, like, brother. Yeah, thank you for judging me off of a 15-second clip so. Although I was the one that shortened the context out of it, so it was my hindsight's 2020, I suppose. Oh no! See, here's the unfortunate part of this. I don't think I have enough time tonight to finish the last set of races, and that makes me sad. Oh! There we go. I just need to make sure it doesn't reset me, because that adds 5 seconds every time. What's that say? DC is great for animated movies. I don't really like the live action movies. I bought the entire Flashpoint series for $70 and love it, except for the last movie, which was rushed. I agree. I think the newest Superman movie is good, and I think Man of Steel is good because I really like that it's darker and grittier. I think Henry Cavill did a fantastic job playing Superman, even though his story was botched. But that's okay. My favorite DC animated movie is, I think it's The Killing Joke, about like the origin story of the Joker. So typing something about Destiny lore and hit a character limit, so I guess I'm just not gonna do that. I'm sorry. I don't determine the character limit. It is unfortunate. I like the new Superman. I like the new Batman. The rest I don't really like too much. Yeah, I think Robert Pattinson does a good job as Batman. It is kind of hard to see him as a different character. My wife loves the Twilight, so I've seen it. It is kind of hard to see him as a different character though. But he's a fantastic actor. And I think he did a good job, and I'm excited for the second one. I'm also excited for the second Superman movie, Man of Tomorrow. I'm cautiously optimistic about the new Superwoman or Supergirl. I think it's Super. I don't know, but And it's not, I don't like the vibe of, not that I think that the woman playing Supergirl is a bad actor or anything. I just don't like the vibe of the movie, that it's about her like off partying in space. But that is kind of what the character is about. So it's like, yes. Okay, so I do have critiques about Robert Pattinson as Batman. I think he does, or in the movie, I think he does a fantastic job as Batman. I think that Christian Bale is a much better Bruce Wayne. I think Robert Pattinson being too dark and moody is detrimental to his character. Yes, I do like that it's a little bit more expansive in the world as well. I just wish she was a little bit happier, a little bit more eccentric billionaire like he isn't. But again, that's just. Yeah, I think I really do hope in the next movie they take some of that feedback. He's a billionaire. He's an eccentric billionaire that does charity activities in Gotham. Like that's his whole character in the comic books. And I think that they really kind of fell flat on that in the first movie. But I do think that the Riddler was a cool character. Even though he was a little strange. Yeah, we're about to get a storm rolling over us right now. It is getting loud. It's getting loud. I like at the start he only sees himself as vengeance by the end. Yeah, at the end of the movie when he's like saving. Spoiler alert, by the way, if you haven't seen the Robert Pattinson Batman movie, I'm gonna spoil the ending of the movie, and it's your fault that it's being spoiled. I want you. That movie has come out like multiple years ago. If you have not seen the Robert Pattinson Batman movie, it is your fault that I'm spoiling the ending for you. All right. After they flood the Gotham City like sports arena, I like that he becomes less about the vengeance and stopping the Riddler, and he becomes more of like, I have to save all these people that are about to get fucking electrocuted. And I think that is a very big turning point for his character. Because after Alfred gets hurt, it very much seems like Batman is only out for revenge. And then he kind of pivots after that and saves them. And I think it's a good, it rounds his character out well in, the 2.5 hour runtime for them. Which, my wife, I feel so strange referring to her as my wife. Her name is Taylor. She just got HBO Max because she wanted to watch Euphoria, a new season of it with her friend. And because of that, we now have access to all the DC movies. And I think I'm going to have to rewatch the Batman. I think that'll be good for me. I think that'll. I don't know if I'll stream every night this week. I have not watched The Penguin. That is on my list. So since we have HBO Max now, I don't like subscriptions. I assume I've been clear about this. I don't really like paying for subscriptions. If I can avoid it, I do. and I would much prefer to do like one-time payments on products that I'm using. But I do need to watch the Penguin show. I've heard good things about it. The actor that plays the Penguin is fantastic, and I do think that, from what I've heard anyways, I think that it's going to do a really good job at kind of filling out the universe, and I think it was really smart for them to fill out that character more, especially because I think he's going to be in the next Batman. Oh shit! Alright, we're good. It's like it never happened. I fucking flew off into space. Do a barrel roll! That's not a barrel roll, that's an aileron roll. I fully pirate everything I can. Fuck yeah. I'm all about that pirate life. I mean, okay, I shouldn't say I'm all about the pirate life. If you give me, as a consumer, if you give me a way to pay for your product, an easy way to pay for your product, I am more than happy to shell out my hard-earned money to pay for something that you also worked hard for. I am totally fine with that. But if you make me jump through 9 million hoops, or if you make something inaccessible for me and other consumers, I think it is acceptable as a consumer to pirate that content. And that's, I was gonna say that's all that I'm gonna say about that, but I can rant about it forever. Like, fucking Sony with Bloodborne. I want to play Bloodborne really bad. Is there an easy way to get Bloodborne? I mean, yeah, you know, maybe you can port it to PS5, play it on there. Maybe you can go out by a PlayStation 4. That's not really easy. Or why don't they port it to PC? Give me a 60 FPS PC port. I feel like that'd be pretty easy for Sony to do. You know, I'm more than willing to pay the $60 for it. If I could buy a show for like $15, I would be happy. Yeah, like, I don't know. It's frustrating. Sony does it, although they're not terrible about it. Nintendo is the worst offender, and I do not feel bad at all for people that pirate Nintendo's content. Hi, baby. Okay. I'm about to finish up here. I'm going on a piracy rant. Arg. Sail the Seventh Sea. Whenever I hear about how good a Switch game is, I just think about it being a $600 game experience because, yeah. Nintendo not making their first-party games available on any other console. I understand why they're doing it, but it's silly. Like if I wanted to play if I wanted to play Breath of the Wild, apparently somebody homebrewed a 60 FPS PC port of Breath of the Wild. I'm gonna just do that, right? Like, I feel like that'd be totally way better. Legally, I am not allowed to say where I found it, but I do love me some old PS1 games. I mean, like, I have a fucking, not on this computer, on my old, I have a Super Mario Bros. emulator. Like, that's piracy, right? Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I totally paid for it. Theoretically speaking, in Minecraft, if I would have pirated it, you know? I don't know. I don't know. We are going to be wrapping up there. I'm gonna find somebody to hop over and raid. I can feel myself getting like a little ocular migraine. My eyes are getting a little kaleidoscopy. It works out well that we're just finishing up. So, who is streaming? Is the question. Nathan's up. Let me check my following. What we got? Oh, actually. Check the dark side. Is anybody going? Inside. Cause and effect. Okay. Pause and effect. We're gonna raid pause and effect. Yeah, I think we're gonna. We are going to hop over. We're going to raid. I can't see my fucking keyboard. Pause and effect. Oh, there we go. All right. He is doing a Among Us stream. I've never played that game. But we are gonna hop over and give, and I will be calling that a night. I appreciate everyone who joined this evening. It was a good stream. I had a lot of fun. I like Art of Rally, and I'm really excited for the next game. I should be. Oh. Oh God. Oh, I always forget that I have that alert. All right. Yeah, I should be on tomorrow. We're gonna be back with Sekiro. So tune in. Tune the fuck. I don't know if I'll be totally on time tomorrow. We have to run to the store and feels. Yeah, I get it. I get it. All right, I appreciate the support. Thank you everybody for tuning in. And I'll see you. Bye-bye.